Ow! Jeez, what was that for? It doesn't matter. It's in the past.
Hey, it's Janelle Waz, and welcome back to another episode of Waz Reviews. It's the great pixel circle of life. It's Hamlet with lions in 2D. It's no worries for the rest of your 16-bit days. It's The Lion King for the Sega Genesis. Now, during the 90s, some of Disney's biggest movies were made into video games. And they're not only great games, but also quality adaptations of the movies. The colors, the animations, even right down to the music. A lot of hard work and care went into these games. But also in true 90s fashion, some of these games could be stupidly hard. These games were made for children, and even adults struggle with them. And so we come to The Lion King, a video game so difficult that it's been memed on the internet. Say, is that offer still good? Because I finally beat this game and now I can talk about it.
Look, I'm still the same guy.
But with power.
Between the I just can't wait to be king level, to the infamous Stampede, to the f***ing Hakuna Matata level, many kids got tripped up with this game. Heck, I myself had my issues with the Stampede level and Hakuna Matata. Now, this game was released on both the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis back in the day, and they're pretty much the same game with some graphical and audio differences. But this one is the Genesis version because that's the system I have.
What about that shadowy place?
That's beyond our borders.
And yes, I am playing the original cartridge and not the re-released version that was bundled with Aladdin. No rewinding for me! So be prepared for the chance of a lifetime as we Hakuna Matata our way through the gauntlet that is The Lion King on the Sega Genesis.
We are all connected in the great circle of life.
But before I go further, thanks for checking out my video. Make sure you like and subscribe for more of my Star Trek, video game, and other miscellaneous content. Keep those hailing frequencies open on the other social media sites, and a big thank you to my channel members for supporting the channel. If you'd like to buy me a cup of tea and support my work, consider joining up on my channel. Be great to have you aboard. The Lion King is made up of 10 levels, the first 6 where you play as young Simba, and the last 4 where you play as adult Simba. While you're technically playing the same character throughout the entire game, the game is just different enough between young and adult Simba that you might have to adjust how you play the game for the last 4 levels. Young Simba, with his small stature, is agile and can roll and leap easily, so the bulk of his attacks involve pouncing on enemies.
What are you doing, son?
Pouncing.
The main enemies in the young Simba levels are bugs, chameleons, vultures, and even hyenas, which can take a couple of hits. Also, all the hyenas in the game seem to be based on Bonsai, the Cheech Marin hyena, and not Shenzi, the Whoopi Goldberg hyena, or Ed, the Jim Cummings hyena. You know what? The existence of a Cheech Marin hyena suggests the existence of a Tommy Chong hyena. Young Simba will also run across porcupines, which can't be pounced on right away. He'll need to roar or roll through them to knock them over before pouncing. Though to be honest, I found it easier to just avoid them altogether. Adult Simba, on the other hand, isn't quite as agile. Listen, you might have been able to do cartwheels as a kid, but now you're gonna throw out your back. Don't ask me how I know this. But adult Simba is able to do more powerful attacks like mauling, throws, and straight up slapping the enemy.
Snap out of it!
Oh, and I guess angry cheetahs are a thing in this game, even though they're actually pretty timid in real life. Also, they meow! Roaring's also a thing in this game, but I found it to be mostly useless for the most part. Whether he's a kid or an adult, Simba has a taste for bugs, which he uses to regain health and even extend his health and roar meters. Hey, can a lion actually live off of bugs? Oh, I guess not. Certain bugs will let you do bonus levels as Timon or Pumbaa when you complete the main level. They involve collecting more bugs and the occasional extra life or continue, which will come in handy in this game. In Pumbaa's bonus level, you have to collect bugs before they hit the ground, and in Timon's, you have to collect as many as you can before the timer runs out. Collect any of the deadly bugs though, and the level's over. It doesn't hurt you to do badly in these levels, but it's definitely in your best interest to do well so you can stock up on those precious lives and continues. Because believe me, you're gonna need them.
The king has returned.
Alright, let's fire up a game.
It starts.
The game starts out deceptively easy with the Pride Lands. Oh sure, this is just a fun Disney game. Enemies are pretty weak, it's just leaping from platform to platform. Heck, even the hyena fight at the end isn't too bad once you get the hang of it. And all to a calm 16-bit rendition of Hans Zimmer's score. Is this really as hard of a game as people say it is? Yes! Because 2 levels into the game is where players start quitting.
Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
Roar at monkeys? Even without enemies, there's still plenty of things that make this level tough for players. The giraffe toss, the rhino leap of faith, featuring hippos, riding the ostrich twice. Although to be fair here, the first one tells you how to avoid obstacles. The second one, you and your cat-like reflexes are on your own. The main challenge here is timing your jumps to avoid ending up in the water, whether jumping from giraffe to giraffe or grabbing onto an obliging rhino tail. After a while, you'll be able to get a sense of when to jump. Hopefully. But after surviving all of that, it's the monkey toss. We're at the monkeys, so they'll toss you into the next level, which involves getting tossed around onto another island, and you'll have to brave the logjammer of doom so you can repeat the whole process all over again. All to the delightful tune of I Just Can't Wait to Be King. I do have to give this level credit. It looks great, like straight out of the movie great. Shifting to the vibrant oranges and reds from the musical number, the various animals for Simba to climb on, the 16-bit rendition of the song. There's a lot of nice details in this level. Although Nala is mysteriously absent.
I can't marry her. She's my friend.
Well, all the better. You certainly wouldn't want to marry an enemy.
Next up is the elephant graveyard. That one place we weren't supposed to go.
That's beyond our borders. You must never go there.
Because even though everything the light touches is our kingdom, we have to go over to that shadowy place over there to get attacked by 2 Cheech Marins.
Yeah, we could have whatever's lying around.
I am not laughing.
Yes!
Now, while a lot of players get tripped up by Roar at the Monkeys, the Elephant Graveyard was the first level to really trip me up to the point where I lose a bunch of lives if I'm not careful. And we're only a third of the way through the game. While the platforming aspect isn't too bad, it's fighting close quarters with sometimes multiple enemies. The hyenas, in my opinion, prove to be the most difficult because you can only attack them while they're panting. While the vultures can fly, they can easily be taken down with a single lucky jump. But the worst part of this level is that green water. I can't tell you how many lives I've wasted trying to get away from this stuff. Oh, and don't even get me started on the 3 hyena fight at the end of the level. Simba didn't even do that in the movie. His dad did. And then we come to the infamous Stampede.
Stampede! Stampede!
Yes, the traumatic level that inspired all the memes that no doubt everyone got stuck at some point. While I do dig the more 3D aspect of the level design, and once again the 16-bit version of Hans Zimmer's score, it's an auto-scrolling level where you have to avoid wildebeest and rocks as they come, which can get kinda congested as the level goes on.
I mean, it's like 3 or more. Is there a minimum speed?
To be honest, I have made my peace with this level over the years, and sometimes I can even pass it on the first try. But it still requires you to memorize the level's patterns. Which wouldn't be a big deal, except that your lives are limited. Heck, at least the Aladdin game gave you a pass if you couldn't pass the carpet ride level. This game forces you to complete the Stampede. Well, at least it doesn't traumatize you at the end of it.
Gotta get up.
falling stones, thorns, and enough rolling rocks to make you feel like Lara Croft. Simba's exile is less of an escape from the hyenas and more like a standard level with less health bugs and plenty of danger. I found that the trickiest part is swinging from rock to rock, which this level forces you to do a lot of, but to be honest, that's not even close to the worst in this game.
If you ever come back, we'll kill ya!
No, you won't.
Now, if you thought I Just Can't Wait to Be King, the Elephant Graveyard, or the Stampede levels were bad, then nothing can prepare you for the horrors of Hakuna Matata.
It means no worries.
Oh, bullshit!
Not in front of the kids.
If it's not the killer spiders, it's the freaking waterfall. Oh yeah, just jump on these logs that defy gravity and don't fall. And if by some miracle you successfully chased waterfalls, then there's this jerk who throws coconuts at you and slaps you if you come near him.
Get your paws off me, you dirty ape!
Help me, Dr. Zaius, indeed. But at least we have a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Diddly-dee, there they are, standing in a row.
And finally, Simba has grown up and is out for an evening walk filled with his most dreaded enemies. Monkeys. Seriously, these little just throw God knows what at you. Okay, gangs of cheetahs coming from the vines I can buy. And then Rafiki appears.
You follow old Rafiki, he knows the way.
But monkeys? How are they the most annoying part of this level?
What'll that make you?
A monkey's uncle.
All joking aside though, I actually kinda like this level. It could be the mellow tones of Hans Zimmer's 16-bit score, which yes, I keep bringing up, but it really is nice. It could even be the deep, relaxing blues or the fact that I don't feel quite as powerless as a young cub anymore, but for a late game level, it's almost calming despite it not being a walk in the park. Heck, I even like the little Mufasa appearance at the end of it.
You must take your place in the circle of life.
Come on, this is no longer a research project.
Okay, why? Why is there a lava level in this game?
When does this happen in the movie?
Oh, sure, I remember that time Simba went on a detour in a volcano to fight off a bunch of cheetahs, hyenas, and bats. And dripping lava every 2 feet? Say, remember that time you almost fell into the lava? Because I don't. Now, I've been through some tough levels in this game. The Elephant Graveyard, the Stampede, the Hakuna Matata level. But Be Prepared is by far the worst. Why does every Genesis game have to have a lava level? Oh, and don't even get me started on Simba's return. Unless you know where you're going, you have to explore all the caves, which is tedious and sometimes shoots you back to the start of the level, and then fight off a bunch of hyenas, which is somehow more difficult as an adult than a cub. I mean, I can almost guarantee that I can fight off 4 hyenas as a cub more easily than as an adult. Personally, I found that the best method for dealing with hyenas is the silent takedown. Or, you know, pouncing.
Let an old pro show you how it's done.
Okay, where are you, you little creep? Do you know what I went through to get here? Am I a joke to you? Oh, he was just panting.
What did you do that for?
So, the final level is Pride Rock for the big showdown with Scar, which theoretically shouldn't be too difficult because Simba looks like he's been eating well compared to the emaciated, cowering Scar. Though how he managed that on a diet of bugs, I have no idea. It's biologically impossible! Let's be real. This probably should have been a fight between 2 very, very weak lions. You have to chase and fight Uncle Scar at 3 different points in this level until he runs out of Pride Rock to climb, which means you'll have to fight your way through multiple Cheech Marins and platform your way through lightning and fire to reach him. I swear, these rocks messed me up so many times, and I even ran out of continues because I couldn't grip them. I don't know why I didn't have this problem in the other levels. But after dying a stupid amount of times at the start of the level, it's payback time. Simba's back, and this time, he's mad. Come on, go to the edge. I need to throw you off a cliff.
I killed Mufasa.
Hakuna Matata.
Not in front of the kids.
And as the rain begins to fall, Simba has reclaimed his rightful place as the Lion King, and we hear the wise words of Mufasa.
Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
Shouldn't that be remember?
Remember.
And that was The Lion King, the not quite impossible game that everyone makes it out to be, but it's pretty dang close to it. Okay, this is a pretty great video game adaptation of a Disney movie, and the quality is all there. The animations are great, the levels are gorgeous, and it captures the movie well. I also appreciate that it adapted Hans Zimmer's soundtrack instead of creating a new soundtrack or overly relying on the musical numbers. Heck, even the controls are pretty good, and Simba is responsive throughout the entire game. This is honestly a good game and has the level of quality you would expect from a 90s Disney game. But of course, the problem is the game's difficulty. There's a lot of great things in this game, but if you can't get past the first couple of levels, you end up missing out on a lot of it, which is a shame. I mean, this game was made for children, and even adults struggle with it. If it's not the amount of enemies and things that can kill you in certain levels, it can be finding the correct way to jump on certain obstacles, or even the game just being straight up unfair. I'm not saying the game should have been easy, after all, it was a rite of passage to play these tough games and get the satisfaction out of finally beating them, but the difficulty should have been balanced out better, especially for a game with only 10 levels. Honestly, that's something the Aladdin game does a lot better. It's tough, sure, but you can get decently far into it before things get really difficult. The Lion King, on the other hand, for some players, it's the second level, which is a little ridiculous for a game made for children. I get it, there were concerns about renting it over a weekend and beating it, but come on. Nevertheless, despite its difficulty, The Lion King is still a great game worth playing. Becoming king might not be easy, but if you can toss Scar off that lofty cliff for the hyenas to, finish the job, then it's great to be the king. Speaking of which, we never did get a Timon and Pumbaa hula level.
Wow! If you're hungry for a hunk of fat and juicy meat, eat my buddy Pumbaa here because he has a treat.
So what did you think of the Lion King game? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Which version did you own? The Sega Genesis version or the Super Nintendo version? How far did you get into the game? Did you complete the game and earn your place among the great kings of the past? And what are some of your favorite Disney retro games? Please leave comments below and discuss. As always, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Woz Reviews. If you like what you see, why not give my video a like and subscribe to my channel? Tell your friends. Until next time.
Ow! Jeez, what was that for?